Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Cryotic Flame Blaze and Intelligent Stories. This time, I want to tell you about... we are attacking on unknown regions. Our team had some great players, you'll see yourself. And... yeah, this is one of my favorite maps. Of course, there is not too much choice in the maps, but it's one of the better ones. For Starfighter Assault, of course. Anyway, this time I wanted to talk to you about my favorite games. There won't be in any particular order. I'm just going to list a couple of games that I really enjoyed playing them during my gaming lifetime. So first of all, I'm a big fan of Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online. Even though Red Dead Online was left unattended by Rockstar for a long time. It's a little bit sad, but it is what it is. So why do I like Red Dead Redemption 2? First of all, the story. The story in that game, especially if you play it, how do I say, slowly and meticulously, mission by mission, and then side quests, and then exploring, and then again new missions, and then finding some secrets. The story is amazing. I won't do any spoilers for you guys. If you haven't played it, you should play it. It starts off little bit slow, and the whole game is a little bit slow for some people, you know, even just the looting. You take an item and he picks it up and puts it in the inventory, but I love it so much. The team, of course, it's not for everybody. Cowboys, you know, actually it's the end of the cowboy era, towards the end of the 19th century, so 1890 something. But I love it. I love it. I'm not a particular big fan of cowboys, you know, but this game made me appreciate that era of history. So what I like about it, the world, first of all. Even the online world, which is completely different than the single player one, feels alive. There's some small random events, some small, how do I say, NPCs that make the world come alive. There's some secrets. There's like, for example, there is a mystery of a serial killer, and if you don't Google it and you just search for the clues by yourself, can be very interesting. And in the end, when you find the killer's lair, again, no spoilers, it feels amazing. There is even a reward for it, an event for it. I don't know what to say. For example, there is a meteor, there's a house where a meteor has fallen, and inside the house the people were playing cards, and they're all killed by the meteor, of course, and you can witness the carnage and then loot their belongings. Very fun. For example, there is this is all not the main story. This is all the random events and situations you can come up by. For example, there is a house near the main city, which has, how do I say this, a couple, but the couple turns out to be sister and brother and sister, and they invite you to have dinner with them. If you meet them, by all means, have that dinner with them and see what happens. I won't make spoilers again. And anything in that game, it's done perfectly. Even the how do I say, the acts in the middle, it changes up the game completely. And of course, the gameplay itself is quite good. The riding horses is quite fun. The Deadeye ability, when you slow down time to shoot, is amazing. The shooting mechanics are great. I don't know, everything about that game I love. Similar game, of course, would be The Witcher 3. It's a fantasy game based on the book series Witcher. You probably know of it, of course. But Witcher 3, for example, it's a masterpiece of the game. Even it has been probably 10 years since it launched. It's amazing. The two DLCs, expansion packs for that game, are also basically a game of themselves. They're about 15 to 20 hours each. Amazing. The story, the areas, everything about it is great. Also, that game is very rich with side quests. The side quest is not just to have something busy work like the Ubisoft games. It's actual, meaningful, full of story, full of unique gameplay mechanics. Amazing. So yeah, for RPGs, those are the one of the better games I ever played. Then of course, a little bit more old school, the original Dragon Age Origins. Great game, very open-ended. You can do, again, you know, you might notice a pattern here. I like games that can be played multiple ways and just don't hold your hand too much and allow you to create your own story. For example, in Origins, has been a long time since I last played it, but the side quests, for example, in that game are amazing. Some of your companion quests are very, how do I say, very open-ended. They can surprise you for sure, and that companion has been traveling with you the entire game, over 80 hours, and in the end it can still act as a full surprise. Similar game to that one, of course, this is BioWare at their peak, is Knights of the Old Republic, a little bit Star Wars related. Again, similar, it's an older game at this point. I'm hoping they will do the remake or remaster, whatever they do, and they do it justice. But that game is also, you can play as light side or dark side. You can play, not even, you don't have to be a Jedi there. And again, the companion quests and the entire quest, you go and interact with Mandalorians, because this is the Old Republic, so it's before the movies, of course. Lots, I don't know, 4,000 years ago, something like that. Simply amazing. From the strategies, because I've said in one of my previous videos that I love strategies. From strategies, I used to play a lot of Red Alert 2, for example. The story in that game is amazing. The skirmishes, even with the AI on brutal difficulty, perfect. And I think that was one of the peak real-time strategy games. Of course, StarCraft, amazing as well. The peak days of Blizzard, another amazing real-time RTS, real-time strategy. Then from the grand strategy games, I think from the Paradox games, I played them all. But the best one for me, oh, it always changes, but I think the best one is Europa Universalis 4. I think so. It's the most broad area of time, and you can do a lot of things. You know, the colonization age. Then of course I love Victoria 3, even though it's a little bit barren at the moment. I even loved Imperator Rome. That game with the population control and the early Roman Empire, late Republic. I think they did a great job. They were, how do I say, they were discouraged by the audience in that game. I'm not sure, I guess it launched. I played it maybe 2 years after the launch. Maybe at launch it was a little bit worse, who knows. Then of course Crusader Kings 2 and 3 I've played a lot. I love the interactions on them. Stellaris is amazing. Of course I love Star games. And this gives you almost complete control of the entire galaxy, which it's very fun. I've played around only with corvettes just to simulate my Star Wars experience. Maybe that's something to do for the channel as well. Play Stellaris with Star Wars mods. Might be a good idea for the future. Also Empire at War, a great Star Wars strategy. I haven't played that game in a long time. I should give it a go with some mods for the channel as well. Let's see what happens. Yeah, otherwise from the online games, of course I love Battlefront. I played the original Battlefront, as I said, but not online. Online I played the 2015 version, the Battlefront 1. I played it maybe for a year, together with the Moose Squad, of course, when it launched. It was great fun, great fun. A lot different than what is Battlefront 2, you know, because the heroes and special classes are pickups there, and you can make your own loadout. It was quite different. Gameplay-wise, it's definitely, at least for me, worse compared to Battlefront 2. But style-wise and graphics-wise, it might be even better. Oh yeah, also we played a lot of Battlefield games. There'll be some on the channel as well from time to time. Depends on how the algorithm likes to show them. It doesn't like them too much at the moment, we'll see. And yeah, we played Apex Legends when it launched. Had a great time with that, but Battle Royale games are not for me, because 20 minutes of just walking and looting just to get killed in a few minutes, it's not for me. So yeah, that's the story time for this time. We won easily, and you might imagine from all these players, I was 5th. I'm not sure, I didn't kill enough turrets, I guess, because kill-wise we were close, all of us. So anyways, thank you for watching, see you next time, bye bye.